Well, welcome everyone to a very exciting day here on Long Island and for Equality Long Island. Equality Long Island is proud to endorse Senator Eric Schneiderman for Attorney General of New York State. During his decade of service as a state senator, Eric Schneiderman has been a vocal and committed advocate for GLBT rights. Now, there are some folks who at some point of their political career who discover the GLBT community and find the light, if you will. Eric is different and unique out of all the candidates running for Attorney General. Throughout the span of his entire career in public service, he has stood with our community to support our cause and speak out against injustice and equality. And this isn't something new for Eric, like it is for other candidates. The GLBT community and civil rights, support services, and the equality that the community deserves has always been a part of his passion as a public servant, and we thank you, Eric, for that. Let me share with you a little bit about Eric's record as a state senator in working for the GLBT community. As state senator, Eric Schneiderman staunchly supported a hate crimes law that added additional penalties for acts of violence committed because of a victim's age, religion, race, disability, ethnicity, gender, and sexual orientation. He was instrumental in passing the Sexual Orientation Non-Discrimination Act, SONDA, making it illegal to discriminate against a person because they are gay, lesbian, or bisexual. He has been a stalwart advocate for the passage of the Gender Expression Non-Discrimination Act, GENDA, which ensures transgender individuals are free from discrimination as well. And he was a sponsor and leader on the recently passed Dignity for All Students Act, DASA, which will create legal protections for public school students from harassment and bullying, including verbal abuse and physical violence. And long before it was fashionable or in the media spotlight, Eric Schneiderman publicly and passionately supported marriage equality for same-sex couples. Now, this is quite a record as state senator, and we cannot thank Eric enough for always standing by us and leading the way for equality. Now, if Eric Schneiderman has accomplished all of this as state senator, imagine what Eric will do as New York State Attorney General. He will fight for marriage equality and the constitutional rights of GLBT New Yorkers, including joining the fight to overturn the unconstitutional Defense of Marriage Act, change the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, and push Congress to pass the Federal Employment Non-Discrimination Act and oppose effort to remove transgender rights from legislation. He will also protect the civil rights of all GLBT New Yorkers, fighting housing and job discrimination against GLBT individuals, and enforcing equality in the hospital and healthcare system by supporting and strictly enforcing the Family Healthcare Decisions Act, which allows GLBT partners to make medical decisions in the event of a partner's incapacitation. When we talk about Eric, Eric is the real deal, and that's why we're supporting him. Eric doesn't just talk the talk. Time and time again, he has walked the walk when the GLBT community has needed him. He has marched with us, he has rallied with us, and he has been one of our loudest and most consistent voices in the halls of power in Albany and throughout New York. He has always stood by us, and we are proud to stand with him today. In the race for Attorney General in New York State, Eric Schneiderman's record on GLBT issues is unparalleled. I am proud to introduce the next Attorney General of the great state of New York, Eric Schneiderman.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you all, and it's been a challenge, but I'm confident of our success. And I do believe that as an Attorney General who started his campaign with the theme of equal, independent, and progressive justice for all New Yorkers, I can make a big contribution to the struggle for equality and the struggle that to me is really the heart of what being an American is about. And when we have had these debates over the last few years, it's important to recognize that before I got to the state Senate with a small group of of reformers at that time, 11 years ago. The hate crimes bill had died for 11 years in the state Senate, passed the Assembly and died 11 years in a row, and they told us, the Republican leadership told us, we'll pass any hate crimes bill you want, but there has never been a law in New York State recognizing the existence of gay people, and we're certainly not going to pass it. It took us 1 year of going after them on this to get them to pass it. Sonda came a couple of years later. We have a ways to go, but it is so clear to me that, as it has always been, the future of our state and the future of our country is towards equality, towards greater justice, towards greater embodiment and greater realization of the ideals on which our country was founded. Equal justice under law is across the top of the United States Supreme Court. In the state of New York right now, we do not have equal justice under law. I promise you, as Attorney General, I will protect the rights of all New Yorkers. I will fight discrimination in every shape and form, and I will be as active as anyone can possibly be in making sure that my former colleagues in the legislature fulfill their obligation to participate in this quintessentially American project of advancing the issues of equality and justice with every generation, with every decade. We will pass marriage equality, we will pass gender, and I will be right there with you all the way. I cannot say how much I'm honored by this. It's not, I come from the Upper West Side of Manhattan. The people who know me and the community groups who know me are all supporting me already. But as I travel around the state, it's especially meaningful to have folks in different communities recognize my work and believe in me, and believe in what I can do as New York State Attorney General. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Thank you very much for your support. And I also want to mention that Lisa Tyson is here and some other folks from the Long Island Progressive Coalition. And as is true in Buffalo, in Rochester, in Albany, all over the state, the activists, the people who are really the warriors in progressive struggles, have gravitated to my campaign. We now have the strongest, largest, most diverse coalition of any campaign, probably of all the other campaigns put together. This is a really wonderful experience for me. I promise you we will work together for a long time, and we will realize the vision of equality and justice for all. Thank you for your help.